Today I want to entertain your intellect about what Napoleon Hill's in the book Think and Grow Rich called the Mastermind Alliance. It is also aligned with my favorite book that I have listed about the concept of being connected, living in a connected society where you are benefited from the proximity of being around like-minded people, hence the term Mastermind Alliance. No one succeeds alone, but you certainly will fail by yourself. People who live in a city, due to the fact that they live in a very close proximity with other people, have a greater economic well-being than people who live in suburbs where the houses are perhaps even more distant, and the lack of connectivity in the rural area, suburbs, the more deep you are in the suburb, the less connected you are likely to be, and the more you need close network of people that you're friends with, especially in difficult times. But the economic bond of being connected, the close proximity to other people, the networking effect, the mastermind, the interconnectivity of working with other people makes it worthwhile for someone who lives in the city to have a more economically vibrant life than someone who is more isolated. Hence, we need other people in our lives to be successful. So, today I want to bring to your attention, by the way, no part of my video is financial advice. I do not provide tax, legal, or financial advice. This is my way of entertaining myself and to pass the time. And it's almost 10 o'clock, 9:37 or 27. As I'm making this video, I want to make sure that I have a good night's sleep, and the only way to do that is to go deep into a video. So I could say, I make the video one time, and the video had the propensity to pay me by leveraging the tool, leveraging the system, leveraging DIR, because I'm going to talk about the concept of having a feeder. In the book of Ecclesiastes, Solomon talks about divide your portions into seventh and yet into eighth, for you do not know when disaster cometh. If you read the King James Version, the Old English, it makes it very tongue-twistingly interesting. Anyways, for you to be able to follow through with me, because I'm not showing you any back office because it's not necessary, but in the description of the video you will find a document called a briefing document, a DIR operations earning structure. And in the last two videos that I made, I talk about the withdrawal, because everyone wants to be part of this to make money, especially these times. So you need to know the withdrawal structure. And I do have a special document that I'm not going to put online for that. And my contact info will be also in the document if you need to get in touch with me. I already know most people would not go through this. I go through painstaking detail to provide every information you want, but the average person do not have the attention span to sit through the video and to also go through the content. Even though by none you're not going to find any more detailed breakdown of this project from anyone else. My friend Brian has a great channel, and I think he had a very good video where he shows you the withdrawal and track the wallet addresses. I'm not going to do that because it's not necessary. Because my document is more about informing you. I provide the right brain content for you to do the left brain computation by going through the document as part of your learning to educate yourself, because by the time you call me to participate, there is a link in the description in my document that you can log into and create a free account. By the time you and I talk, I do not want to hear from you what DIR is all about. I don't want to hear from you how do I participate. I want to hear from you, okay French, I get the concept, the breakdown of DIR, what it is, that the document talks about it, so there's no need to waste time talking about it in a video. My document basically helps you to understand the earning structure on page 4. Okay, I give you pretty much, minus the VIP 0 that I did 2 videos on that. I'm not going to talk about that now. So I'm going to take it from VIP number 1 to 10 and explain to you the economic power of creating a mastermind alliance of like-minded team building where each one participate according to their abilities. So click on the video description, pull up the document, and let's look at it together. We are going to be on page 4 after you read the content on the previous pages so you can follow along. And the best way to learn something, as I've explained in other videos, is to find someone else to teach it to. And you don't even have to go outside your circles of influence, because you most likely have a brother, sister, uncle, niece, nephew, neighbor, co-worker, faith leaders and faith leaders, faith community that you're a part of, or unless you live alone, unless you're a hermit, unless you're a prepper, you live deep in the woods, chances are there are some warm bodies around you with a phone, and who might likely also drift online to pass time. If you have the maximum 21 minutes and 10 seconds a day, you have a phone, and you're 18 years old and above, you're qualified. Because this is not a crypto project, you're going to need some level of proficiency in crypto for you to participate. Having all that covered, let's dive in on page 4. In the description if you have not done that already. Okay, so again, no one succeeds alone, but everyone succeeds when you combine forces with other people who are like-minded. The holiday season is coming up, and you know what? Families are going to get together. And when families get together, if there's not a common purpose, if there's not something positive to talk about, what do family talk about? Old grudges from the past. So you come in to a family gathering charged, and you can leave drained if you don't guard your attention, because in the absence of nothing of substance, the mind reverts to previous hurts, losses, headaches, drama, and the like. But because you find out about this opportunity, you now have something to look forward to being part of your family gathering, because now everyone in the family has a level playing field regardless of the educational level, because everyone drifts purposelessly online, sometime for hours during the day, paying with their attention. Anyways, I promised to keep this solely on the numbers. But this is you, and say you have a brother, sister, cousin, nephew, and chances are, if you have brother, sister, they have their partners okay? And likely 18-year-old kids will happen to be your nephew. So we're looking at, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5 different people. Let's keep it on 5 because 5 is nice and clean. And we're going to keep the depth 3 because it doesn't go past 3, okay? You can make anywhere from 50 cents to $3. $3 is the maximum you'll make per video. 50 cents is the minimum you'll make per video. You can withdraw 3 times a month and build 3 teams. So 3 is going to be a very beautiful number for you to get familiar with. Our other 3 is easy to remember. You get paid through 3 generation deep, 3 times per month, and you can make $3 maximum per video. Okay, so where do we go from here? Page 4, start with VIP 1, 5, 10 to participate. This is the bottom, the introductory floor. Let's just say your first 24 hours. Before you create your account, sit down with your significant others, sit down with your brother, sister, uncle, niece, nephew, neighbor, whatever, and also get them to create an account so that way you can go into that journey together. Because the way you're going to retain the information is by having example for you to do student teaching the concept. Okay. Because it's also anyway, so let me go through because we're talking about I jump to page 5. Okay, so you assume of course you start with VIP 1. VIP 1 and 2 shared only 8% on first tier. So if you're here, you're in VIP 1 and 2. Okay, we're not talking about the cost to participate. We're talking about building a mastermind, and obviously everyone also have their own affiliation, their family members, friends. So you are only able to tap into your first tier, your first generation as a VIP 1 and 2, 8%. So obviously that's not very likely, because if you're having to, if you have your brother, for instance, and your brother having to be married, well, if your brother's wife or partner wants in the action and also creating her account, so you are going to be out of your sister-in-law because you're in VIP 1 and 2. So obviously VIP 1 and 2 in terms of team building, it's only 8% on level 1. VIP 3 and 4, now you can tap into second generation. Remember, we're on page 5. Take a look at page 5. We're not going to complicate it. This is for team building purposes. Okay, VIP 5, VIP 3 and 4, you have 2 tiers. 12% on level 1 and 5% on level 2. Meaning that anyone you have second generation to you is 5% on level 2. Now, keep in mind that you start on level 1, 2, 3, and 4. You can only have people participate at the same level or below you in order to earn commission and residual earning from their activity, which is the reason why, as you are looking at this, you want to be 10 steps ahead of the next person you talk to, because you never know who has resources to participate at a level higher than you. Okay, so VIP 5, this is where you unlock, we are now on page 6, VIP 5 through 10 is where we unlock all 1, 2, and 3 tiers. All 1, 2, and 3 tiers are unlocked in VIP 5. Now, the first 3 columns on the left, if you look at the diagram, and VIP 5, you're on VIP 5, okay, your first generation is 15%, second generation is 8%, and third generation is 5%. That's when someone just create their account and they upgrade it one time. Now, if they upgrade to another level, as you also upgrade, then there is a secondary higher upgrade that may be too advanced for you, so we're not going to talk about that. Okay, VIP 6, you have 3 tiers, 10%, 15%, 10%, and 6%. VIP 7, which is where I started, 20%, 12%, and 10%. Now, I do love, 20, and because that's where I started, and if you're smart, and unless you have absolutely no ability, this is where you also need to participate at VIP 5 and above, because VIP 5 and above, and chances are anybody you talk to is associated with their own network, little bubble of people. Everyone has their own little community, and if someone come in here and participate, chances are they're also, like you, going to have their own little network of mastermind. And since the maximum team structure is caught on the 3rd level, that means you can have as many people frontline to you, unlimited, and each person frontline to you, unlimited, has opened up 3 degrees of separation for team building purposes. So you have level 1, 2, and 3 that you can tap into. That means when they just create their account and participate with the deposit, it opens up 3 channels of earning. And every time, okay, let's take a look at you in VIP 7, okay? VIP 7. That means anyone in your front line is 20%. There's no need to talk about VIP, I could look at it from VIP 5 and above. Let's take a look at it from VIP 7. Anyone frontline to you, regardless of what they do in terms of VIP level, because they are frontline to you, first generation, that's 20% when they buy an upgrade. Say for instance, this person coming out of VIP 5, V5, V6, V3, V4, and V7. It doesn't really matter how someone come in, V5, 6, 3, 4, and 7, it's 20% of the VIP upgrade cost. And then everyone gets a certain amount of videos to watch, and that's like 115. You make $230, that's $2 per video, okay? That means the cost of VIP is $5,000 plus. That means you make 20% of the deposit cost, and $230 a day, that's 20% of that every single day, 365 days a week, a year, I mean to say. Someone is at VIP 6, is 10,000 plus to participate. That means you make 20% of that 10,000, and out of $370 earning daily, you earn 20% of that daily. And of course, if that person is intelligent, they're also going to build their first tier, tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3, where you'll be making, 12% and 10%. And then their 3rd tier is your 3rd, their 3rd tier is your 4th, and you cannot go past 4. So you have 1, 2, and 3. So you cut off here. Okay, so 20% of VIP 6, that's 20%. Okay, 12% and 10%. Okay? That person's 3rd level, you don't earn from it because that would be your 4th generation, and there's no 4th generation earning. But even on the 3rd generation at 10%, someone can come in here at V4, okay, V4, and you make 10% when they upgraded VIP 4, which is 2008 something, and then V4 makes about $115 a day, and so that's 10% of that daily. This person come in at V5, okay, that's 12% of the V5, which is $5,000 deposit, and $230 a day. That's 12% of that daily. When you think about this, okay, you're on VIP 7, you're making $762 a day. Okay, 762 daily. Okay, and you get 5 people frontline to you that all making, depending on their VIP level, you know, 230, 270, 115, depending on what the VIP 3 makes, $58 a day, 115 a day, $762 a day, and regardless of what level you're in, you're making 20% because they're in your front line. And when they deposit, and if these people realize, okay, I too want to be on VIP 7, if one of, 2-3 months from now, and they realize like, oh man, I want to be in VIP 7 just like my mentor. So they upgrade each to VIP 7. That means we have 5 people frontline to you. Each one of them are making $762 a day, and you're getting 20% of that. That's $152 per individual. And if each one has a team, you have 3 generation deep that you can earn from. When you take time to understand this, you're going to have a clan of people, passionate people participating in this thing and leveraging the network aspect of this opportunity. You won't be able to stop anyway from sharing this because only a selfish person would not share the opportunity with people. Anyway, so in page 5, I have 2 different columns. It shows you on the left VIP level, let's say, and then the second column is the percentage you make on your first tier, second tier, and third tier. Now, the other part is what you make when that person also upgrade later. In other words, someone come in at VIP 6, and then later, maybe a month from now, they want to upgrade to VIP 7. And then that means if you're in VIP 7, so you are now going to make 15%. You're gonna make 20% on that person upgrade, and on their second level, you're gonna make 15%. And on the third level, you're gonna make 12%. So there's like an additional percentage you earn for when that person also upgrades to a higher position. Now, let's go back to page. Okay, let's scroll down a little bit. I have a diagram on page 6. Page 6 is where I have a little diagram. We're going to expand this diagram to show you also what it's like. Now, you participate with a free account. There are no withdrawal on VIP 0. However, you make $5 a day. You get 10 videos to watch. Each video is worth 50 cents. And you make $5 a day, $150 a month that you cannot withdraw until you upgrade to VIP 1 to 10. Okay? Now, VIP 1 is the introductory offer, $510. You get 12 videos to watch. Each video is worth $1. You make $12 a day, $360 a month. At that point, you get to split 50-50 with the company, and you only have the opportunity to withdraw one time. Now, if you can only withdraw one time, and the minimum withdrawal is $200, so obviously you'll make your one-time withdrawal after you tap $360, that you'll only get $150 worth of it. So obviously, this is an introductory offer. Now the company sets the rule, they make the company, they set the rule, we just have to go with the guideline. VIP 2, $620 to deposit. Each video is worth $1, and you get to watch 25 of them, making $25 a day, and $750 a month. You now have a higher ratio coming up to you. 60% you get to keep, the company keeps 40, And again, minimum withdrawal is $200. Obviously, you make $750, and once you get to 200 past, you can make a withdrawal. But if you're gonna withdraw and you only get 60% of it, might as well wait to the end of the month to do so. One-time withdrawal. Okay, so we're gonna skip VIP 3 because actually VIP 3 is the time that you start getting 2 withdrawals per month. But you still have a 60-40 split with the company. You keep 60, the company keep 40. So the fun part starts on VIP 5, where the video starts now valuing at $2 each, which is why 5 is the minimum entry point if you have the ability. At VIP 5, the video starts at $2 a piece. You get 150 videos to watch, and $230, that's what you make. And also, you now have a 70% coming back to you. Company keeps 30. However, you're making $6,900 a month. That's not bad at all on VIP 5. Now, VIP 6, deposit is $10,650. $2 per video, 185 videos to watch. You make $370. You now, at the VIP 6, have until VIP 6 to VIP 9 the opportunity to keep 80% of what you do on a monthly basis. So you make $11,100 a month, and you get to keep 80% of it, and you get to withdraw up to 3 times. So you withdraw 3 times, each video is worth $3. You can withdraw 3 times. You have 3 teams, 3 layers, 3 generation of team building that you could do. And the percentage on that is very, very, very lucrative. VIP 7, $3 per video, 254 videos. From VIP 7 to 10, you have exactly the number of videos, 250, exactly 3 teams, exactly $762 per day. Each one makes from VIP 7 to 10, but you get to keep 80% of it from VIP 6 to 9, and then VIP 10, you keep 85%. The only position with the least amount of percentage differential that you keep. Very important. And okay, so we're going to from this point on go back to page go back to page, because this is team building strategy. Okay, the mastermind. It's not so much the money that you make for doing the task, okay? Obviously, you'll be making the money, okay? Even from VIP 4 and above. VIP 4, for instance, in page 4, you make $41,000 a month. The maximum task, you do 115 videos, which is about 9 minutes, less than 10 minutes, to make $115 a day. $41,000 a month. That's not bad at all. Not bad at all. However, let's skip to page 5. Page 5 is where it's nice to build a team. It's nice to know that you can impact other people. Why succeed by yourself? It gets pretty lonely when you're at VIP 7 and above, doing pretty well. But at this point, everyone around you are working. But since people still have that, trade time for money mindset, there might be days that some people actually forget to do the daily task. So you still depend on people doing the daily task, because the percentage you earn on level 1, 2, and 3 is dictated by people doing the task. That you have your daily earning. Your daily earning is consistent with you doing the task. And if you're building a team, you get to leverage the team, and you have, depending on your level, I'm on a VIP 7, I get 20% on level 1, 12% on level 2, and 10% on level 3. And if these people upgrade, I get 20, 15, 12 when they upgrade. Very nice. But in order for me to make that daily commission, because if they only upgrade one time and never upgrade to another package, that means I'm counting on people doing the daily task in order for me to make the 20, for me to make the 12 and 10% from their daily activity. And some people resort to being a micromanager, in a sense shaming people. Hey, you didn't do your task today, and you might find yourself refreshing the page once in a while to see who in your team have done their task. You could have 20 people frontline, 40 people on second generation, and 50 people in third generation. It allows you to see who's done the task for the day, so you can connect with those people. But that's like micromanagement. However, when you're in VIP 8, 9, and 10, there's something called commercial order. The commercial order is something that you can claim every 10 days. And my document also talked about that on page, I definitely briefed that in the last pages. We talked about the commercial order. Anyway, so VIP 8, 9, and 10. VIP 8 has an extra $900 a day that you make, but you can claim it every 10 days. 3 times per month, you're claiming 9K. That's an additional $27,000 a month, irregardless of what the team is doing. So at this point, you're not really depend on people doing your task daily. That's an additional income that comes to you that is available for you to withdraw 3 times a month every 10 days. VIP 9, that's $3,100 a day. Okay, every 10 days, you can withdraw like 31,000. And VIP 10, like 72,000. But that's amazing. Just thinking about it. Okay. Amazing, just thinking about it. And more importantly, your yearly income for VIP 8, 9, and 10 is over 600,000 income. VIP 9 is 1.3 million. VIP 10 is 2.8 million. Because you have the ability to come up. Now you can come in on VIP 4 and basically have a large team. If everyone participates and stays at the same level or below you, you get to earn from their daily activity. The goal is to not allow anyone to pass you, but there might be people, because of now my videos, who can look at this thing and like, okay, I now have a blueprint. I could balance, I could schedule, and I could budget my future based on French's super detailed breakdown. So I'm going to sacrifice coming at VIP 6, 7 to 10 because now I have a path. I could replace the earning on my actual job, knowing that the maximum I'll spend time-wise is 21 minutes and 10 seconds per day. That gives you clarity extremely fast. And now you can actually use DIR as a feeder to projects that you might be interested in but did not have the capital to fund for diversification purposes. Remember I shared that Solomon's quote, divide your portions into 7th, into 8th, for you do not know what disaster may come. Do not get married to one project, but look at what other projects that you can participate in that are safe, legal, that are not rug pull potential. So you could not be too spread out, but 5 to 7 well-balanced, diversified projects that are not necessarily only crypto-based, or crypto but different types of crypto that are some trading, some back trading, some real estate driven, some tokenization, some payment systems, some, you know. However, it is all something not crypto related at all. You know, dabble into real estate investing, because if you're in VIP 7 and above, you'll have the capital to basically invest in, you know, properties, and if you want to own and manage properties, or in other things that you're passionate about. You'll have the means, the capital, the time to research anything, to diversify. But when you have a feeder that provides the capital to have cash on hand when the market crash, so you can take advantage of opportunity that you may have not have. Hopefully at this point you have absolutely no debt, zero debt. Having your car paid for, mortgage paid, or if you don't have a mortgage, you know, plan to buy a house. You know, whether you do tax lien investing, surplus, property surplus investing. I mean, there are so many different things that you can dabble, or travel, do whatever you do for fun. Remember, VIP 8, 9, and 10 provide you with a guaranteed income that does not depend on the activity of other people. The only positions that does not rely on other people's effort, energy, and activity. And the goal is to at least take a position on VIP 8, because 9 and 10, even if you start at 8, within 3 months, 3.5, 4 months, with no withdrawal, and do a withdrawal one time in 3 months, with or without a team, you can upgrade to VIP 9 or 10, or 10. So I've already basically mapped out this thing to be at a position where when you're in VIP 10, it doesn't really matter how many people come in. You're never going to have someone pass you, okay? Anyone frontline to you or VIP 10, you earn 20%, 12%, and 10%, and when they upgrade, you get now 20%, 15%, and 12%. The income potential on VIP 8, 9, and 10 is absolutely mind-blowing. Per month is mind-blowing. With a team, even at VIP 4, you can make more money than someone at VIP 7 who basically get to VIP 7 with no team. But you can be on VIP 4 with a team and build a large army of mastermind on VIP 4 and below, because anybody who passes you, you don't earn from them. So if you know you're going to share, expose heavily so that you could be in a position higher enough that very few people will pass you. And 7 is the position that someone looking at this thing for the first time might be like, I can see VIP 1 to 7, but 8, 9, and 10, I want to be in this thing for 90 days or more in order for me to devote that kind of capital. And by the way, on VIP 7, you'll develop enough income to upgrade to the higher level with no outside money coming in, provided that you have the patience to just cultivate the funds from the system without having to bring outside money in. your mastermind alliance starts with your social network, but first of all, your immediate connections before you start exposing this thing to strangers. If you have any questions, my contact is in the last page of this document for your benefit.